Noel Conway, who suffers from motor neurone disease, has written an open letter to Shrewsbury MP Daniel Kawczynski about his journey. He is asking Mr Kawczynski to remember him when the issue of assisted dying next goes before Parliament. Mr Kawczynski met Mr Conway and his wife Carol at their home near Shrewsbury last year. In his letter, Mr Conway said, "My answer, and plea to you to recognize, is that it is my body, my death and my choice. I know that whenever the issue of assisted dying comes before Parliament again, it is likely to be far too late for me." Noel Conway with his wife Carol, "I sincerely hope that when it does, you remember my words and do the right thing." Between 2003 and 2006, Labour peer Lord Joff made 4 attempts to introduce bills that would have legalised assisted suicide and voluntary euthanasia. All were rejected by Parliament. And in 2016, Conservative peer Lord Hayward reintroduced the assisted dying bill into the Lords, but the bill did not get past the first reading. Mr Conway was diagnosed with the disease in 2014 and has made numerous attempts in the courts to legalise assisted dying for terminally ill people. Memoir. But last year, the Supreme Court rejected his final appeal. He said, "At the moment, I am not ready to die. I'm enjoying time with my family and friends, and am busy writing my memoir and a collection of short stories via voice recognition software. But when my final months approach, I will be faced with the same grim choices I had when I first brought my case." The 68-year-old says his only option is to remove his ventilator and suffocate. "I remain a member of Dignitas, but traveling there means dying before I am ready and putting my family at risk of prosecution for accompanying me," he added. "The prospect of a slow death by suffocation by removing my ventilator, and the impact this would have on those around me, I find equally unconscionable. To me, this is not meaningful choice. It is merely a decision between one form of suffering over another. All I ask for is access to safe and appropriate life-ending medication, which I will take myself. The final act will be mine and mine alone." Mr Kawczynski met Mr Conway last year and said it challenged his Catholic views.